Hola, what's up? It's me, Tori T, aka 32 Watts. How you feeling? I hope you're feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. So, today's video, we just gonna talk that dragon talk. House of the Dragon Season 3. So far, we're on episode 4, Tumbleton. And I have been loving every bit of it. Like, this is a show to absolutely nerd out about. And on Threads, I am loving all of the posts about the new Game of Thrones watchers. People are literally starting their Game of Thrones journey, and I'm loving that. So it's like, yes, watch Game of Thrones, all 8 seasons. Come on over here to House of the Dragon. Go on over there to the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. See a little bit of that Dunkin' Egg, you know? So I'm loving the fandom. This is like my favorite fandom to be part of outside of The Walking Dead. So we ain't gonna I ain't gonna diss my Walking Dead, but right now, House of the Dragon, them dragons, that dragon talk is where it's at. So let's get into season 3, episode 4, Tumbleton. So y'all, it's a lot going on with our Queen Rhaenyra. It's a lot going on with our usurper Aegon and little Slewfoot out there, and we're introduced to Ormond Hightower, who is just, as we get a glimpse in this episode, is just bananas. And I feel like deep down, Ormond, he's another power thirsty Hightower that, hey, if they say she over there sitting on the throne and your brothers in there missing, guess what, Daron? It's time for you to be king. Like, oh my gosh. So let's skip all that. So in this episode, we start off with Ormond Hightower and his army in Tumbleton taking over. You just see them marching through the streets, putting their Hightower flags up, and we also get a more up close and personal look at Daeron Targaryen. Darren, whatever the heck y'all want to call him. Daeron, they got some crazy behind names, but so Daeron Targaryen, which is Alicent's son that she sent away. Now, I know a lot of people, like I seen on Threads, have been thrown off by Daeron's red hair. But when they gave Daemon the fake Daeron, his hair was dyed. So I just think Ormond Hightower, the ultimate hairdresser, is around there just dyeing people wigs and just slaying their hair wherever the heck they was at. Daeron got his hair dyed. So yeah, Ormond Hightower, the ultimate hairdresser, the slay of the hair dye, is around here dyeing these folks' heads. But the dynamic between Ormond and Daeron, like when he walk in the room and Daeron is, bonding with his dragon, talks to his dragon, loving on his dragon. Ormond like, hey, what I told you about all that. Don't be loving up on your dragon. Cause baby, So that right there, that whole speech he gave Daeron about him and his dragon and all this stuff is like he kind of he don't like the whole Targaryen hype. Just cause y'all got dragons, baby, don't mean nothing. But it's like he looked down on the Targaryens in a sense, but he like Daeron, them dragons can be put to use. Even though I feel like the blood that runs through your veins is inferior, but you also got the Hightower blood. So we gonna tap into that more. But also, since you bonded to that dragon, let's use that dragon to Dracarys some folks. And as we see at the end of the episode, who's that? Is it Ulf or Hugh? Hugh wife and brother-in-law and them is in Tumbleton. So at the end of the episode, I know I done went from the beginning of the episode and skipped to the end, but whatever. We're gonna talk about it all. At the end of the episode, we see Ormond command Daeron to command his dragon to Dracarys, Hugh's brother-in-law. Crazy. Okay, so with Daeron, we see his personality is more, yeah, he's sweet. you know, just a little caring soul. I don't think he's like the rest of those Targaryens and the rest of those power-hungry Hightowers, but he's been raised by Ormond, his uncle, whoever Ormond Hightower is. He's been raised by him, and we see that that dynamic is like, you do what I say and all that. Point blank period. But whatever. So Rhaenyra is at this point trying to figure out her next move. You gotta make your next move your best move. Life is like a chess game. You gotta make your next move your best move. Whatever T.I. said. But anyway, so Rhaenyra is trying to get her game plan together because we know that Ormond and his folks done marched on Tumbleton. Tumbleton has already bent the knee to Queen Rhaenyra. So listen, so old girl's like, hey, remember now. We need to announce a Master of Coin because we need the people to blame somebody for the city being broke. Gotcha, sis. But and then Rhaenyra, she was like, you know what, let me go talk to Alicent real quick. This her family, this her people. She gotta know something. So at the end of the day, it's like, Alicent, what do you know? What can you tell me? Can you give me some info? I got you locked up here in this castle. You need to be spilling the tea, sis. Kind of find out Alicent ain't really know nothing. She know of her family, but she ain't been around them like that to really know them. You get it? So she ain't have too much to tell Rhaenyra. But Alicent did pinpoint, hey, what I can tell you, what I do know about old Ormond is that he got a sensitivity to smell. Now you do with that information what you will. So hopefully they just make a big can of fart spray and spray it all over Tumbleton and run old Ormond back to wherever he was. Or he just got to get up out of here. He got to get Dracarys. Draw him out and Dracarys him. Dracarys. Yeah, because Ormond got to go. Crazy to himself. I feel like he also, his dynamic, he a mess. He a mess. That's all I can say. Oh yeah. Peep the shirt. Hey, if I wear this every video, then y'all just have to deal with it. These are my people, okay? Speaking of that, Corlys just chunked the deuces on Rhaenyra. He was like, listen, Heifer, I told you to give my 2 kids who I ignored all these years, who I brined midnighted, but now I want them back in my life, so I need you to give them my last name. These are Velaryons. I don't understand why you knighting my kids and not giving them the Velaryon name, but whatever. So Corlys, he was like, hey, I'm just finna go back out here to battle. I'm finna go find something else to do, knock somebody's head off their shoulders, you know. So I'm chucking the deuces on all y'all. Son, don't worry about where I'm going. You still my heir. Matter of fact, if she's so worried about me, if everybody looking for me, how about you take my seat at the table? So that's basically what Corlys told his son. Like, I'm gone. So Aegon the Usurper and Larys Strong, they still out here sneaking around the 7 Kingdoms, trying to find somewhere to hide until it's the right time to come back out. You know, sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. So I feel like that's what they're doing. We don't know the bigger picture of what Sir Larys Strong. But this is just for my TV watchers. For y'all book readers, y'all know. But for my TV watchers, yeah. We're trying to still figure out what Sir Larys Strong trying to do with Aegon the Usurper. But we see Aegon comes upon his dragon in the forest. Now, the key part of that whole scene, as we know, our Targaryens and our Velaryons, they are bonded with their dragon through this blood of old Valyria. So, as you see, they put in the dragon eggs, and as soon as the baby born, putting it in the crib with the baby, these dragons are bonded. So when Aegon lays on his dragon and says he's still alive, it's still alive. I don't know what is the dragon, a he or she? I don't know what he said, but when he said that dragon's still alive, I best believe it. As you see, we also in the same scene or whatever, we see Meleys, the dragon, dead body still draped over the castle wall and it's decaying. But if you look at Aegon the Usurper dragon, it's not decaying. So I feel like it's just in a little dragon coma because he laying up against his dragon, rubbing it and stuff. He's like, I can feel it. Now you still alive. You still up in there. You still up in there. But so Larry Strong was like, hey baby, we in danger. It's getting a little heated out here in these streets, so we got to get up out of here. Say, kiss your baby goodbye. Let's ride because, hey, we got to get up out of here. So Larry Strong had to get him up out of there. But yes, I feel like Aegon Dragon is just in a little coma. It's still alive. It's out there. It's taking a little napping nap, trying to recover. You know, rejuvenating out there in the woods. It's all good. Them people, they not gonna bother. They around here getting paid just for people to come look at it and touch it. They said, hey, he got 2 hands on the dragon. That's 2 coins. Pay up. Just give me my money. Crispy Cole, Kristen, whatever. He's crispy in my books. So we get to Crispy Cole and Gwaine Hightower, who is Alicent's brother. Alicent's brother Gwaine is marching with Kristen Cole. So we get to Crispy Cole and them at Harrenhal. And Alice Rivers like, what's up, y'all? Y'all lost? What's up with y'all doing here? Ain't nobody here? Who y'all looking for? What y'all want? And he like, hey, we looking for Aemon and Vhagar. Where they at? And it's like, oh, they ain't here, but did y'all know Rhaenyra over there sitting on the Iron Throne? Gwaine like, what? You mean to tell me she on the throne? I was like, oh my. Baby playing a good game. She's playing a good game. Now, where the heck are you hiding, Vhagar? I understand you probably got, Aemon around there in like a deep sleep in a little trance or somewhere in the dungeon. But where is you hiding, Vhagar? Where could you possibly be hiding that big old dragon? Girl, show me your ways. Show me your ways. But anyways, yeah, we get the Crispy Cole and Gwaine over there at Harrenhal. They realized Aemon and them not there. They searched the place. They was ready for a fight, and no fight. So Gwaine like, listen, let me send a raven to Ormond, my cousin, uncle, whoever the heck he is, and let him know that Aemon and them ain't even here. So I'm wondering why Crispy Cole kind of like stopped Gwaine at first. Was like, nah, don't send no raven yet. Let's figure some things out. But Gwaine like, listen, they not here. Y'all sent Rhaenyra over there. Let's go ahead and let's head over to Tumbleton with Ormond and my nephew and let's chill. Whatever. So we'll see what comes from that. But later on we see that Ormond and them did receive a raven from Crispy Cole and Gwaine saying that, hey, Aegon is not, Aemon is not with us. He not over here. And Daeron was like, so is my uncle coming? Like, I feel like at this point, Daeron is ready to see his family. So he's like, okay, my brother not coming, but is my uncle coming? Where my mama at? Basically, hey, I want to see some other family members other than you, Ormond, because you getting on my nerves. That's what I got from that conversation. Daeron is sick and tired of being sick and tired. He told the little boy, hey, get on up out this room because he finna spaz out, and I don't want you to be at the end of that sword when he do. But anyways, I'm moving right along. Okay, so Adam is the one that's bonded with the dragon. Aelin is Corlys' second mate, who he's named as Heir and all that stuff. So we get to the scene where Rhaenyra and Aelin, they sitting there talking, and they like, Aelin had to put her on game about some cats. Hey, if you can't find no rat catchers up in this castle, let's get some cats up in this thing. We gotta do a little something. So yeah, Ray and Aelin talking over Viserys Legos. We get a scene of Hugh Wife and Tumbleton. She going through it with Ormond and his soldiers. We get to see Queen of Bastards written on the wall and I love all the memes saying Corlys did it before he left because he mad. And y'all know what he said last episode, and he knew if Daemon was there, his head would be chopped off. So I think he really got up out of time because he didn't want Daemon to come back and, say, you can keep your tongue. Anyways, so yeah, then we get back to the usurper and Larys over there licking boots and cleaning up the stalls and not being fed, and then the usurper got to remember where he at and remember where he in hiding, baby. You in witness protection. You can't be out here, trying to show out. I'll have your tongue. No, I'm gonna have your tongue when you lick these dirty boots, because who you think you is? What you feeling like? Is you cool? All right, then we get to Off being out partying, making his rounds back through the hood. He already left the hood, came back, showed y'all he had a dragon. It's been a minute, so let me come back in and let me check on y'all. So Off had to go to his favorite bar, show off to the homies, talk to him. He be like, hey, I'm up, I'm gonna get you up too. So we all up, okay? It's up in the stuff. He's like, I got y'all, don't worry about it. So Off come back to his queen like, hey, queen, my homeboy so-and-so need this, and my homeboy so-and-so need that. And I think, off my name alone, I mean, we can make this happen. Rhaenyra like, what good are you if you got a belly full of liquor? Baby, you gonna be so drunk somebody come stab you in your stomach, and look, I'm down or a dragon rider. So what's up? How about you find your liquor within these walls, tell your homies it's a no. The word no is a complete sentence. N-O with a period at the end. You find your liquor within the Red Keep, and you sit yourself down somewhere. Don't go back to that bar. Don't go hang out with your homies and chill. They ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. So how about all y'all sit down? You already tried to get me to change your name to Targaryen. Absolutely not. Off is hilarious and a mess. But Rhaenyra gotta treat these folks better. Rhaenyra gotta stop tripping on everybody. I mean, I know Off becoming, from left field with some of his stuff, but come on, Ray. Like, I don't know, give him a little grace. I don't know. But whatever. Alright, then we get to see Daemon over there in the Vale. What's her name? Like, hey, I never thought I'd see your face again after your wife died. And all this and that. You over here in the Vale begging for money? Daemon, big Daemon. You over here begging for money. Daemon like, hey, yeah, rah. Give me some gold and I'll be up out your way. Give me the coins and I'll be up out your way. So on the way out, Caraxes like, hey, bro, I got a little whiff on the wind. I gotta show you something. Daemon like, hey, baby, you need to chill out. Let me strap down these coins so we can be on our way. Let's head back to King's Landing. Caraxes like, bruh, come on now, chill. I got something to show you. Hurry up, strap yourself in so I can take you over here. Daemon hit him with a little glove. Caraxes like, I don't care about all that. Whatever, you can punish me later. I got something to show you. So Caraxes fly Daemon over there to the cave. Daemon say, hey, you going the wrong way. Chill out now. Caraxes like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna believe your eyes. So Caraxes land and he sit there, like, get on down. So Daemon looking at Caraxes, Daemon looking at the cave, like, what's up? Caraxes like, go on in there. So Daemon like, hey, whoever in there, come on up. Lo and behold, baby, it's his own daughter and the wild dragon up in that cave chilling. Now Daemon couldn't believe his eyes. He didn't know what to think. He didn't know what to do. He looked at his baby hair like, oh, Lord, what's going on, honey? What did you do to your hair? But, hey, baby, Rhaena had something fun, baby. Rhaena, I feel like this was also a necessary talk because throughout the series, I don't know if a whole lot of parenting really been going on, especially with Daemon and his daughters. We got to remember, Baela and Rhaena are Targaryens. They are Daemon's daughters. Even though sometimes we could forget. I had to explain that to somebody. I'm like, don't forget that Rhaena and Baela are Daemon's daughters. They are Targaryens. I know a lot of people just want to throw Velaryon on us black folk in the TV series, but So yeah, let's remember that Rhaena and Baela are the children of Lyanna Velaryon and Daemon Targaryen. So when he seen his baby come up out that cave, he like, Lord, what's going on? Ain't you supposed to be taking care of your brothers? what you doing here? What's up? And she like, hey, they straight, they good. Y'all been overlooking me all my life. You looking at me with pity right now. So da 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 da. Like rah rah rah. She had to set her daddy straight. No, I'm not going back with you. No, we can't, we can't scrape this under the rug because she gonna blame me for killing Jace. And I was just trying to help. So me and Mabu, Moai Dragon, me and Sheep Stealer, we finna just, be out chilling. And so Damon, he just still was in like disbelief. They had to hold the dragons back from fighting. That scene was a lot, and I enjoyed that scene because it was much needed talk. Raina had to say her piece. It was her time to stand 10 toes down. Like, listen, I've been alone all my life. You barely was there, especially after Mama left. So, like, hey, I got somebody now. I'm bonded with somebody forever. This my boo. I'm gonna stick beside him. I don't care what you say about Sheep Stealer. He can't be trained. Hey, I can't be tamed either. So, hey, we out here just wilding in these streets. Okay? So Damon like, God dang. So Raina walk back in that cave, hop on her dragon, and fly on off. Got Damon scurrying away from the entrance of the cave, and all, child, a mess. But I feel like that was a much needed talk between Raina and her daddy Damon. Alright, so next up we get Orman spazzing out about Eamon not coming to Tumbleton. We see Alicent looking at Helena like, what's going on up here? Them boobs a little bigger than what they used to. So we find out Helena is pregnant. That's what I got from that scene. So Alicent and her looking crazy like, this is the worst time for you to be sitting up here pregnant. But whatever. So Rhaenyra sends Hugh to Tumbleton because he know his wife there and her people there. So he know his in-laws and stuff there. So he's basically circling the outer skirts of Tumbleton until it's time to make his way up in there and tear some stuff up. So Rhaenyra finds out about the words Queen of Bastards graffitied all over the streets. All over the mean streets of the Red Keep of King's Landing. So she's seeing her gold clothes. Hey, at this point, y'all do what y'all gotta do. Y'all go find whoever put graffiti all over the walls, make them pay for it, scrub it off the walls, use their head to scrub as a scrubber to scrub it off the wall, tell them to chill out down there. The gold clothes was once led by Damon, so they ain't got no home training, so they out there kicking folks, kicking in your door, drag you up out there. Hey, you did this, clean it up. So gold clothes out there wilding in the streets. What else? Again, back to Daeron with his dragon and Ormond being a hater of all dragons, being a hater of the Targaryens, and that whole scene just made me feel like he's, another high tower like Otto and them. They just want power. So his way to that power seats is through Daeron. So his way to get to the Iron Throne, I'm assuming, is through Daeron. Like, Daeron, hey, it's your time to be king. But also, he gonna be his right side man, gonna be feeding him everything. So it's really gonna be him feeling like he king. That's what I get from that. And then at the end, we see Hugh brother-in-law, get your cards, and we see Ormond just standing up there, just proud that, hey, at the end of the day, I let him go in front of the people, but at the end of the day, he touched the high tower, so he gotta go. And that's that. So again, another eventful episode. I know some people out there talking about that episode was boring. Listen, the episodes that has little action and a lot of dialogue are also the important episodes. They put the pieces together. You miss some key things if you're not really paying attention. So I like the slow episodes. I like the action-packed episodes. This is just an overall just great series, and I'm excited to see what other war crimes Damon is going to commit. And Rhaenyra, Team Black. Alright, so that's that. Let me know what you're watching. How are you feeling about season 3 so far? What are you looking forward to? What are your predictions before the season end? What's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? So I didn't even talk about my favorite part of the whole episode, y'all. So my favorite part of the episode was Damon slamming that head on the table and was like, yeah, this who was riding sheep still in this who killed Jace. What's her name? The mistress of whispers, whatever her name is. She looked, after the meet was over, she always clock it Damon. She like, I know you like the back of my hand, bro. She said, hey Damon, who head that is? Because Rhaenyra had questions. She's like, okay, so how was he able to bond with Sheep Stealer? Who is he? Where he come from? I wanted you to bring him to me alive. No. Damon gonna slam a little burnt up skull on the table and like, here, let's be done with it, because I'm not gonna tell you the truth. So don't worry about Sheep Stealer and who ride it no more. That was my favorite part of the entire episode.